Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jason, aka Fuzzpixels, and I wanted to just try something a little bit different on this channel because I've been doing video game covers for a little while now in kind of pop punk, emo, post-hardcore, post-whatever style. So I'm still going to be doing that regularly, but I've realised that when I'm learning and arranging these pieces of music, I discover things within the music that make me realise why some of this music is so special to so many people. So the track we're going to be looking at today is from a game called Donkey Kong Country 2, which was released for the Super Nintendo in '95, I believe, and I played it when it came out, so I feel very, very old. And the track that we're going to be looking at is a track called Stickerbush Symphony, which is probably the fan favourite from probably the entire Donkey Kong Country series, which kind of led me to ask the question, is Stickerbush Symphony really that good? And spoiler alert, yes, it is that good. But what I want to ask in this video is, why is it so good? What is it about it that makes it resonate with people and kind of feel so nostalgic and heartfelt and emotional? Why does it hit you there when you hear it? So let's get into it, let's take a look. So if I unsolo that, you'll hear my version of the track coming in at the same time. So just as a little comparison for those of you that may not have heard it. So the first thing that I noticed is that these chords over the intro, we have what I assumed was just a minor chord up to a major chord, and that happens twice. I will demonstrate this to you via the power of guitar. I assumed that what we had here was an A minor and a C major, but that'd be a little bit plain and boring. But we have an A minor 7, which means that note is swapped out for that note, and then instead of just a normal C, we have a C major 7. So we've already given it a little bit more spice right from the intro, just by changing these notes. It's way more mysterious. So as you'll hear in these guitar parts in the intro from my version, I've tried to kind of capture the feeling of those chords with some kind of high ambient reverb wash. So the other thing that's really cool about this intro melody is that it kind of works throughout the entire track, and it works over every chord, but it doesn't seem to get boring or annoying. You'd think that would get annoying, right? Just for the entire time you're playing this level of this game, but it kind of has this kind of trance-like hypnotic effect. We're still on the intro, there's just so much to get into. We have these kind of faster notes that kind of build up the kind of tension and the energy, and you know something's about to happen. It's almost like a Steve Reich minimalist music type thing. So I kind of replicated this part in my version with a little guitar part here, just to build a bit of energy, especially as my version is going to kick in to some, whatever you want to call it. We also have these like little string flourish, like synthy flourishy fast things happening. I'm getting really technical here. So synthy fast things. Have you ever noticed that while playing the game? I don't think I've even taken that in before, but now I know it's there. I'm like, what? It was always there. After the intro, we go into this melody. La, da, da, la, da, da. So the first thing I actually noticed when I was learning this is that this melody is actually kind of familiar. Some of these melodies in this track, the reason they kind of speak to my elder emo soul is for the same reason that a lot of pop punk and emo fans tend to consider the song 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton to be a bit of a guilty pleasure. Bear with me for a second here, I'll show you why. I could fall to the sky. It's the same melody. It goes to the same chord. It might be in a different key. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's a semitone down. It's very mysterious sounding, and the reason for that is because you've got a note that shouldn't really work, and you've got this kind of clash. Like, that sounds horrible, right? It's very quick, but you have that dissonance, and with dissonance often comes emotion. You know, you don't get emotion by playing perfect fifth harmonies, you know? You get emotion through these odd kind of things that shouldn't really work, but in passing, it's beautiful. So one thing you might have noticed about the original version of this track is this kind of pulsating bass line, and it's got a lot of energy, you know, it plays very fast. It's and that kind of just gives a lot of energy to an otherwise very chill track. I would say this is kind of the main section. Again, it's this dissonance that is very quick, and it passes, you know, passes by very quickly, but all these things kind of add to the emotive qualities. It's beautiful. That's a very kind of, again, it's a very emo thing. This is a very triumphant melody, you know. This is such a chilled out track, but it's in a few very difficult levels in this game. But this melody makes you feel like you're winning. I think you need that when you're playing a part of the game that's just so stressful. So what we have in this next section is we have 4 chords that are ascending. We have a D minor, we have a E minor, an F, and we have a G. And you want to get back to that A minor from the intro, right? So as well as these 4 ascending chords building the tension, we've got this melody that's kind of all over the place. You know it's building to something. Drums! That's what's been missing the whole time. And when you're playing the game and you hear those drums for the first time, that's when it starts to get real, you know. My version has drums all the way through, and then the drums actually kind of drop out here where the drums would come in the original version. I've just got drums pummeling all the way through the track, and here is actually where the drums kind of drop out. I didn't even mean to do it that way. I just made sense in my little silly brain. So what I love about this is, you know, when David Wise was composing this, he could have easily just said, let's go back to the intro again, and let's just repeat the whole thing exactly the same. But this melody here is, that's the first time you hear that. So earlier on in the track we had now we have this little variation instead where we got, and then we get back to where the melody originally was. So it's just a lovely little touch. It's a lovely little touch. And this is where I kind of started to get a little bit more chill in my version, because I wanted to kind of I wanted to build up to something, you know. Like so. So now we have these same 4 chords and this melody from earlier, and you think, oh, it's going to go back to the intro, to that original A minor chord, but no. This time, this section repeats twice. You thought the tension was unbearable before. You ain't heard nothing. We're going around it again, baby. Here we go. Those 4 chords, that ascending and descending melody, and that is where the loop does start again. And you want it to start again. It never feels like it's actually finished. So why does it need to finish? Just keep it playing forever. 10-hour loop. I'm sure that exists on YouTube somewhere. We also have this little variation in the melody there to round it off as well. Earlier on, we had but this time, because we're starting that loop again, we're going right back to the beginning. We have and it just rounds it off so nicely. So I guess in conclusion, what I'm really getting at here in this video is David Wise, the composer of this piece of music, is a very wise man indeed, and he composed this for a 16-bit console in the mid-90s. Like, it's just crazy. And hopefully this video has given you a little bit more of an insight into some of the elements that make it so great. Please do let me know in the comments if this is the kind of content you're into and you want to see more of it. Do let me know if there's any video game music that you want me to cover that I haven't yet. Also, if you like this video, please do hit the like button and remember to subscribe and hit the bell notification things so that you can get all the notification things and then you never miss one of my video things. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Please go and check out this video up here. This is a cover of the track I've just been talking about, arranged and performed by myself, and somewhere around here is a playlist of all my other covers, so go check them out and I'll see you in the next video.